Hello everyone.
Hey, Aman, what's up?
I'm going okay. Hydrating. The
Oh,
skies are
great.
hydrating the ground. I'm hydrating my body.
Yeah, great. So is it like, what are you drinking, a coffee or a beer?
No, it's just water, man. I know
What
it
am I
looks
thought,
fresh like that. I'm not
yeah,
lying. I'm not
yeah,
lying about it. How's it going,
yeah,
man?
great, great. It's going great out there. What about you? So you got first rains in Mumbai. It seems like that.
I'm loving it, man. It's so pleasant outside, and especially when I go for my walks, I
Hmm.
really enjoy the weather. It's fantastic. So yeah,
Great, great.
I'm really digging the weather. How about you?
Yeah, the weather out there is here. It's a bit humid in Ahmedabad.
What if we
So
discuss the weather for 1 hour and didn't talk about mental health at all? Just talk about the rains and how cumulonimbus clouds are formed. Just mess with everyone's expectations, right?
yeah.
Or should we stick to what we're here for?
Uh, Obviously, that's your choice. I would love to talk about whether I can talk about all these things the whole day, but it's like, let's just stick to some of the things, what we have
Today's
come here
topic,
for. Eh?
today's topic is precipitation. No, I'm just kidding. Right? So, yeah,
Yeah,
we're here to
that's fine.
learn, but
I
we
think
also
you,
don't forget to have some fun. Yeah.
yeah, obviously, the motto of this conversation and this show is to have fun while interacting with the other person out there. So it's not going to be just bate, but it's going to be fun with talks. So
Yeah. That's the idea,
yeah,
man.
and that's the idea. And because we are not here to bore our audience, I
Mm-hmm.
know it's a sensitive topic. It's a sensitive topic, but it can be said in a very entertaining way as well. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean it's a sensitive topic, but it's also a topic that touches everyone. So everyone's curious about it, and I think to address that curiosity, we have to find various ways to sort of drive the point home. Um, so for me, humor is very important because I believe we don't have to take life so seriously. Because I don't think life, if it was a person, would be taking us that seriously either. We overestimate our importance in the grand scheme of the world, the country, in the grand scheme of whatever, the lives of our friends, our loved ones. We feel like they're always thinking about it. We feel like they're always trying to do something to us, which will affect us, which will change us. But actually, no one really cares that much. People are busy meeting their own deadlines. People are setting up these indexes by which they have to measure their performances. So really, and that is where the conversation for mental health can begin in terms of what do we expect from ourselves,
Yeah,
so sometimes it's important to ask yourself that question. Yeah.
right. I think many people, they take life so seriously, after getting that job, getting that degree. They think, oh, now I have to take life seriously. Otherwise, if I don't take life seriously, then I will be nowhere. So that's a misconception which creates a stressful environment around you. So what do you say when you counsel people, or when people come to you with a certain problem like this?
See, taking life seriously essentially means you take your idea of life seriously. Because life as a concept is very multifaceted, really. When you say, so suppose Abhishek says, I take my career seriously. That's because your career is a big part of your identity. Or suppose I say I take, enjoyment very seriously. It's because I believe enjoyment is essential to the human experience. Good food, good wine, travel, listening to great music, listening to things that really fulfill you, that really excite you. I feel that is endemic and essential to the human experience. So, we're talking about this entire concept of taking life seriously. Talking about this entire concept of figuring it out. But little do people realize that there is no start or end to figuring out life. It's an iterative process. What do I mean by this? It means that based on any information that you learn about, based on anything new that you discover, anything fresh that comes in your life, you are likely to get changed by it, or you're likely to stay the same. So, what does a counselor do? What does a guy like me do? We offer fresh perspectives. So think of us like a jet spray. Have you ever gone to a car wash or like a petrol pump where they wash your car?
Yeah,
That jet
yeah,
spray,
yeah.
just the speed at which the water runs and hits the window is all that's required for the dirt to get shaken and to get loose. And then they sort of just wipe it down with the squeegee. You don't have to scrub it. That water is intense. So see that water as fresh perspectives. it just comes and hits you, and you're like, shit, I never thought life could be this way. I never thought people think this way. So a very common misperception is, and it's something that usually frightens people when I say this, but I say it's okay to be afraid. So some people, especially younger folk, they say that, oh, it's my family's job to take care of me, or it's my family's job to support my dreams, or it's my family's job to, give me everything that I need. And I have to inform them it's nobody's job to do anything for you. It's your family's choice to help you and support you. Your family could have
Yeah.
tossed you out the gate the moment you were born and left you at an orphanage as well. Also could have been a choice. Now, is that good or bad or right or wrong? But everyone has their circumstances. So we can't judge without having all the information. So that's something I always tell my clients, that don't jump to conclusions without having the information first. And by information, I mean information, facts, not your emotional reaction to those facts. You understand? So no one owes you jack shit in this world. No one. The only person who owes you something is you. And that too, if you choose to act on it, if you make a choice that I will do this so that I'm in a better place, or I will do this so that I'm smarter, or I'll do this so that I can find my own company a lot more interesting, or I will do this because it makes me a lot more adaptable in this world that doesn't care for me, that doesn't have time for me, that doesn't give a damn whether I succeed or don't succeed. Which is why mental health is something that is entirely your responsibility. It is the way we take care of our physical fitness, some more than others. Hit the gym, cult fitness, whatever it is. The idea is simple. The way you take care of your body, similarly you have to learn to take care of your mind. That is where a counselor's role comes in. The way you have coaches and trainers. If you want to learn yoga, you go to someone who specializes in yoga. The way you want to understand your mind, you want to understand your behavior, you want to understand your stupid habits. We all have stupid habits, all of us, without exception. It doesn't have anything to do with your IQ or how well you scored in your 10th standard or how much your mother thinks you're such a my beautiful baby boy, whatever. It has nothing to do with that, all right? It's entirely about the goals that you've set.
Absolutely. There are a lot of people who have joined. And we should welcome them. SMS Paint se 27, Harpreet Kaur Khalsa, Tia Gupta, Tahir Rampura, Urvil Save, Pooja Lal, Pinks.Strawberry, Simran Pawa, Preetu. Hi Preetu, hope you are well. And then Aditya Raj. So all of you are welcome on the show. So yeah, as Aman is telling, it's very apt that you have to take care of your own self. You can't just, roam around here and there with an expectation that, you can't please everyone. So if you are trying to please everyone, then yeah, in that process or in that journey, you will encounter things which you are not ready for, right? And that would add, it will give you a stress level. It
It
will give you
burdens you.
a
It burdens you.
burden and a roadblock, which you will feel somewhere to take it off, but you won't be able to because you're trying to satisfy everyone. But it's better to satisfy yourself
That's
first.
right.
That's important because, but don't you think, Aman, that this world has become so self-centric that people only are willing to think about themselves?
See, there's a difference between being self-centered and selfish and being self-nurturing and self-caring. All
Hmm.
right. So a person who goes to exercise maybe in the evening at the cost of not being able to maybe Skype with his girlfriend or talk to his girlfriend, is he being
Hmm.
selfish or is he being self-nurturing? The
Self-nurturing,
girlfriend will
of
say, you're being
course.
so selfish. You don't have time for me. You don't talk to me. You don't tell me I'm beautiful anymore. You don't tell me you miss me. You're not available when I'm free. She'll
Hmm.
think of him as being selfish. Okay, how could he not center his schedule, which involves the gym or involves running, around my convenience? So he's selfish. And he feels she's selfish. Why the hell is it all about her? She knows how important my fitness is to me. And I like to
Hmm.
go for my runs. It just helps me, sort of shake off the day. It just helps me sort of
Yeah.
normalize in life.
Yeah.
So, you see, selfishness is also a matter of perspective. Self-care is very important. And unfortunately, in not just our society, any society, if you praise yourself and you say, hey man, suppose I say, hi, I'm Dr. Aman and I'm a fantastic therapist and I have a lot of confidence in my abilities. People say, hey, hey. ये खुद की तारीफ कर रहा है ये आदमी
You
यार,
are egoistic.
अरे 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 हमको बोलना चाहिए ना, वी आर योर क्लाइंट्स, वी
Yeah.
पर अच्छा थेरेपिस्ट है कि नहीं, तो क्या मतलब उखाड़ लिया.
Huh.
So people get very
Yeah.
offended. So you know, our society expects us to toe the line, keep our head down, follow instructions, not make too much noise, don't upset the balance, don't question the authorities, do what's been told to you, manage your deadlines, manage your budget, manage your kids, manage your family, manage your car, and how fuel efficient it is. We're always given delegated things to do. But I had read this somewhere, I'm not going to say it's my original quote, but I had read this somewhere that we're human beings, not human doings. But we're always doing something. We're always on project mode. भाग रहे हैं. मंजिल क्या है? घंटा आ गया. किसी को मालूम नहीं क्या मंजिल है. भागना है बस. भागना है, भागना है, भागना है. And a lot of this running has to do with your own expectations of yourself. And surprise, surprise, your expectations of yourself are very often borrowed from your parents. Your parents are setting those indices for you. That ये मेरा शरीफ बच्चा है, या ये मेरा academically brilliant बच्चा है या बच्ची है, या ये मेरी good looking बच्ची है, that this is my son who always puts the family first. So you see, these are labels we wear. जैसे हम लोग, I was in boarding school, तो हमारे हर कपड़े पे we had to put our roll number, क्योंकि laundry में जाते थे ना, तो my roll number was 114, I remember. हर चीज पे 114 है, मेरे टूथपेस्ट पे, मेरे पे. And I used to feel that. I used to feel that कोई concentration camp वाली बात हो गई, you know, when all the prisoners have a number. I used to never like that. They used to call us out by a number when we used to go to collect things. So you see, all of society, even what is our school uniform, but a way of trying to create some kind of homogeneity. All of society, all of the people around you are constantly trying to fit you on a shelf that they have designed to eventually turn you into this.
Yeah.
You become a collectible in their social experience of the world. Are you understanding this?
Yes,
The only difference
definitely.
between this and you is you tend to have dal with 3 rotis at night, and this doesn't need that. So the expectations of others, I'm not saying ignore them, I'm not saying be callous, I'm not saying tell people to go F off. I'm saying you need to understand how many of those expectations are reasonable enough to excite you, or how many of those expectations are actually going to help you out. If a parent expects a child to get an education, it is so that when the parents die, the child is able to earn money through a job or through some form of self-employment. So you're actually not studying to impress your mother. You're studying because they will die and won't be able to pay for stuff that you need. It's as simple as that. There's no, उसमें कोई ambiguity नहीं है. Your parents will die. Everyone's parents die. So you are preparing for life after your parents when they're still healthy, so that when you start off in your career, they're able to guide you and give you some mentoring, coaching, support, financial, social, psychological support. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. That
So,
is the thing which
so,
happens.
so you see, क्या है अभिषेक? आप selfish नहीं हो. आपका self interest है. Everyone has a stake in a certain issue, or in a certain experience, or in a certain result. So when you meet someone new, Abhishek, you must always ask yourself the question, what are the stakes for this person in wanting to expect me to do something, to be nicer, to be more available? So the example I gave earlier, the boyfriend who says, I can't speak to you because that's my time to run, and you know I run at this time. He's not being selfish. It is self-interest. That, things may work out with this girl. Maybe they do. How lovely. They can have their own hashtag and get married. Or things may not work out, but I still need this body with or without her. So if I run, do my exercise, keep myself fit, wash off the day, so I can wear nice clothes, so that when I go to office, I'm sharply dressed. My boss says, hey, who's this smart guy? Maybe you should get him in the meeting and ask him for some ideas. Maybe that leads to a promotion. Maybe it doesn't. Are you understanding? So self-nurturing is extremely important. Regardless of what people say to you. Sometimes parents do this, Abhishek, हमारे टाइम में हमने पता है हमारे पेरेंट्स के लिए हमारे सपने सपने त्याग दिए, वेस्ट हो गई हमारी क्या उखाड़ लिया. Your parents are not around to thank you forever. you are
Yeah.
living guilt-prone or frustrated or angry lives, or you feel like you pissed over your youth because you were fulfilling someone else's dreams.
Hmm.
What have you accomplished? Except
Yeah.
that you rub it in your children's faces. Say, we did some really silly things. Now you do the same silly things. So we have an entire family and the line of descent full of people doing
Yeah.
silly things, which means not living your own dreams, not speaking your own truth, not designing your own reality. Abhishek, what's the
I
sense in
know. I
that?
know. Yeah. You are absolutely right. I think self-nurturing is very important. There are a lot of people have joined. Let's welcome them all. Uh, Vivek Gidwani. Hi, Viveka. Hi,
Viveka
Vivek.
is my friend.
Uh,
Viveka is my
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Old friend. Nice to
Hi,
see you here,
Hina.
Viveka.
Good to see you. Hi, Sleepy Panda. Good to see you. Hi, Andita. Good to see you. Hi, Achal. Good to see you. Hi, Han Suju. Good to see you. Hi, Sit Top. Good to see you. Now, Z
Very old friend of mine,
Wadiwala
Sid.
has a.
Very old friend of
Oh,
mine.
okay.
Sid, nice to have you here, buddy. I hope you're actually
Mr.
watching this and
Point,
not
Mr.
sleeping.
Time, yeah, Mr.
He's
Time has
like
joined.
Anil
Now
Kapoor from
Ziva,
that movie. You've seen that movie,
okay,
Race? Constantly, fruits khata hai, sit top. It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
loves to have ice cream. He's a very good friend of mine.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I have Z Wadiwala who is asked you a very nice question. If self-nurturing is giving problems in relationship, then what to do?
Then you have to realize that the problems in the relationship might be an opinion of someone else. So if you do, like for example, I give my example from my personal life. Sorry, dil ki baat, personal baat, whatever Abhishek promised me
Dil
was
ki
going to
baat.
happen here. Dil ki baat. So
Yeah,
what happened
yeah.
was when I was in corporates, I had a lot of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and my boss
Mm-hmm.
hired me. He got me all the way from India, paid me a fat salary in Singapore because he loved my ideas. He said, your ideas are unapologetic, they're risky,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, they're feasible. So I used to come up with a lot of ideas, and that used to threaten the older employees in my department who didn't like the fact that I was so proactive and that, in their opinion, I was cozying up to the boss. But I was not cozying up, not like I was sitting in his lap. I was just coming up with ideas. So I used to be a TV
Yeah.
professional for many years. So I was an ideas man. I was a part of the creative engine of the company. I was into that kind of creative strategy. I used to create promotional plans. So in their eyes, I constitute a problem. Aman Bhonsle, back then I didn't have a PhD, I was just Aman, not Dr. Aman. Aman Bhonsle
Mm-hmm.
is a problem because he makes us look bad and inept and lazy. Even though we all have more awards than him, he comes up with the ideas that are feasible, so the ideas may actually get implemented. So, problem, उनके आंखों में है. My boss says I, इसीलिए तो मैं लाया इस आदमी को. He's younger, I used to have long curly hair. He's proactive.
Ah, I saw
He's
that.
passionate.
I
खुजली
saw.
है
I
अंदर
saw.
आदमी के. He
Yeah.
wants to do कुछ नया करना है, कुछ बढ़िया करना है. You can come to my office and say, let's do something crazy, man. Let's kick the ball out of the park. That's my
But I
energy.
think, Aman, the thing is that people are not, accepting change. They fear change. They
Yes,
fear new
yes,
ideas.
yes.
That's the problem.
Absolutely.
They
That
still
is the
want to
problem.
clinch or to be clingy to that old sort of ideas where they have been conditioned to work like that. And I
And
see myself
that is what is causing problems in the relationship,
problems
Abhishek.
in
You are
relationship.
not
Yeah.
evolving the relationship. You are trying to see the way if you fell in love when you all were 19 and you all are still
Hmm.
together till the time you all are 26. Don't forget your
Yeah.
lives and goals and responsibilities have changed
Have changed. Yeah.
dramatically in the last 7 years. So this the way you are changing, the way we change our hairstyles, we change our clothes, we change so much about ourselves.
So
You have
much.
to also change and metamorphosize your expectations of each other by constantly checking with each other. Relationship is like a toll naka. वो रुकती है, गाड़ी को रुकना है,
Uh,
टिकट
hmm.
कटाना है आपको. There has to be a checkpoint. ऐसे ही नहीं बगैर ई पास के पुणे चले गए मुंह उठा के. So in relationships, you have to constantly touch base with each other, constantly touch, sort of keep in touch about what is it that is bothering you, or what is it that I can help with, or what is it that I'm doing well. Tell me, so I continue to do that, or what is it that I could be doing better. तो ये जो feedback का सिलसिला होता है अभिषेक, ये बहुत बहुत जरूरी चीज है किसी भी
Hmm.
relationship में, because it shows your partner that you really care about you. यार. I'm in this because I'm in this for me, but also in this for you. Because it's
For
give and
you.
take, it's reciprocal. So if there are problems in the relationship, you have to get into a process of diagnosis. Okay, what is causing
Yeah.
the problems? Is something in my personality dynamic in causing these problems? or is something in the personality of the person with whom I am in the relationship with causing problems. So you have to get into diagnosis because tali hamesha do haath se bajti hai. You got to figure it out. Sometimes you
Figure it
can't
out.
figure it out. Your family may not be instrumental. Your friends may be biased. हम लोग बैठे हैं, we're here, the counselors are here, we offer a lot of perspective, and because we're not your friends and your family, our perspectives are likely to be pure and not biased by emotion. तो
Yeah.
क्या होता है, emotion आ जाता है ना, बच्चियां उड़ जाती है पूरे एनालिसिस की, वो गड़बड़ हो
Yeah.
जाती है.
So I think there are a lot of people who are joining in. Sheikh K, hi Sheikh. Neha Upalekar, one of my good friends. It's an on-point discussion. She says it's going on, which is great. Feni
Yeah.
Savla, hi Feni, hi Jyotus, hi Angel, hi Mehraz. Good to see you. Hi Gayatri. Good to join. Good to see you joining now. So you are pretty much right that एक relationship को चलाने में you need a surprising element, which I think in many of the relationships this is missing. Don't you think a surprising kind of element should be there every time, should be there in a relationship? कोई भी हो चाहे.
एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज का सिर्फ ये नहीं मतलब हुआ कि ताज पे डिनर के लिए चले गए
नहीं
या
नहीं,
अच्छे
that
कपड़े
that's
पहन के
not.
इंस्टाग्राम पे तस्वीरें हो गई. Surprise
Yeah.
element is sometimes if you change something about your personality just to show your partner that I'm willing to be flexible for you, like I'm willing to something that is so important to me, but I'm willing to make some tweaks and adjustments because it makes you happy. I had a couple come to me a couple of weeks ago, and you know when they had just newly gotten married, he used to be very, very accommodating. So she said that when we got married, क्या होता था was if my girlfriends came over to the house, he used to go to his parents' house or whatever. He used to go and chill out, or go for a movie with us, or go and watch a soccer game. And he would stock up the bar for us. He'd buy wine for us. He would arrange for chips for us. He used to do this without me telling. I just had to tell him that my friends are coming. और अभी ये आदमी इतना मुझे फॉर ग्रांटेड लेने लगा है कि अपनी गीली चड्डी जमीन पे छोड़ने लगा है. He doesn't care. And these are issues between couples, हम लोग हंसते हैं, we think it's so funny, but these are real issues यार. तो या तो वो तब अच्छी एक्टिंग कर रहा था, या वो अभी उसने छोड़ दिया. He's like छोड़ना यार, अभी हो गया ना, बीवी बन गई ना. So
Yeah.
the element of surprise is there are unpleasant surprises. A wet chuddy on the ground is certainly a different kind of
It's
surprise.
an unpleasant surprise.
Unpleasant surprise, smelly surprise.
Yeah.
But there are
Smelly
also
surprise.
surprises, like she feels she doesn't love him anymore. That's why they came to me for counseling. She said, I don't want to be with him. I have enough. My father has money. I make enough money. मेरे को रहना ही नहीं, because this man has stopped caring about what I want. Because he used to do all these special things. So
we were talking about that a relationship needs to evolve. It shouldn't remain
yeah.
stagnant. So
Yeah.
we were talking about that Geely Chaddi and all those stuff. So that
Jesus,
was an interesting take.
what kind of thing is this you're engaging in, man? People have just joined in. What is this, the Geely Chuddy podcast?
Geely
Don't be crass. Don't be crass, I'll punch you, all right? I got
Well,
a
yeah. These,
Damn it.
So,
That was Geely
but
Chuddy.
Geely Chaddi, it's there on the floor and a couple fighting over it. So yeah, when you hear such stories, when the couple comes to you with such a story, you don't feel like, oh, I'm dealing with such stuff, but don't you feel like laughing it off sometimes?
Not really, because they've not come to me for my entertainment, Abhishek. They've
Yeah,
come because they need help. If they wanted to
yeah,
entertain
yeah.
other people, they can do that with their friends and family. So,
Families.
so in my opinion, see, there are different aspects and facets to even a therapist's personality. Where I am with a friend is very different from the way I am in therapy. Therapy is serious business. People are paying you good money. People are paying to their time because they can't figure things out. So as a therapist, you got to help them set reasonable expectations for each other. You have to help them sort of realign with each other's ideas of what the relationship is really all about. Most people in India assume that the other person is trying to hurt them. Not just in India, I would say you assume that the other person is out to get you. It's a survival mechanism. Look how, like if you go to there's a dog sitting down and you just go, oh, like that. He will get scared and he may run away. Because he assumes you are out to attack him. You're
Yeah.
tall, you stand on two legs, so you loom over him, he may get startled. But have you heard of this saying in the legal justice system, innocent until proven guilty?
Proven guilty.
Why do they say that? Why do they say that, Abhishek? They say that because you cannot look at a person's face and say, "Iski to दाढ़ी मूंछ है, इसने जरूर कुछ किया होगा." You cannot look at a
Mm-hmm.
person's hairstyle or a person's gender. You know, before
Mm-hmm.
26/11 took place in Mumbai, so often they
Mm-hmm.
used to go to the malls and they used to do some checking even before 26/11. They never checked.
Mm-hmm.
I went for a movie with my mother and my father. मेरे और dad की solid checking होती थी. And my mom को ऐसे ही जाने देते थे. And she had a big
Mm-hmm.
handbag. So my dad and I used to
Yeah.
joke saying, you know, what if she was actually carrying something like a knife in the bag? But नहीं check करना.
Mm-hmm.
औरत है तो मतलब कहाँ कोई गलत चीज
जाने
होगी.
देने का. Yeah. Yeah.
Could be that वो lady staff नहीं है उनके पास check करने के लिए.
Mm-hmm.
So you see,
Mm-hmm.
we make these observations about our surroundings and about our partners in our relationships shortcut में. शॉर्टकट में
Mm-hmm.
मुझे ये डिसाइड करना है शॉर्टकट में ये डिसाइड करना है कि सामने वाला is out to get me or out to help me or out to love me or out to sort of insult me or out to support me or out to pull the chatai from under my feet.
Yeah.
So while it's a very funny thing that she, for you, she's upset that my husband put gili chaddi on the ground and he's so insensitive. The problem is
Mm-hmm.
a lack of trust. She said, I don't trust which version of him is real. The version of his that set up a chakna bloody counter and wine for me and my friends, or the version who doesn't care, he just dirties the house and expects me to pick it up like a maid. So it's a loss of trust, which is a very serious
Mm-hmm.
problem. Because without
Yeah.
trust, there is no relationship.
Without
And the
trust and respect, a
relationship is
relationship can't stand.
it can't stand. Over
Absolutely.
time, it will fall. Well, you don't
Yeah.
trust each other. That
Uh,
means you don't respect each other, and without respect, where's the love? Yeah,
yeah.
the
A lot of
love will.
people have joined. A lot of people have joined. After you, it's Ashray of Sunshine, then
Mm-hmm.
Leander Vaz, Palak, and then Angel Oswal, and then Bagesh Sanket.
Mm-hmm.
Sania Baba, Rupa has joined. And there's an interesting question from Z Wadiwala
Mm-hmm.
that Aman sir, as you were talking about relationship problems. So, sir, how to keep the early spark of relationship alive? Now, that's a question which I have also heard it so many times. That
अच्छा
एक
मैं आपको
relationship.
this is a very interesting very lovely question you have asked Zed Wadi वाला
Mm-hmm,
मैं आपको एक उदाहरण
mm-hmm,
देता हूँ एक माचिस है जिसको आपने जलाया है simple matchstick not some special matchstick of some special material wooden matchstick
mm-hmm,
simple सा सस्ता you get at your बीड़ी वाला ठीक है
mm-hmm.
after some time what's going to happen to that matchstick the fire is going to reach the bottom not long
Bottom.
if you want
Khatam.
to grow that fire what are you going to have to do add paper add wood maybe make sure you don't burn your damn house down or your hands
Yeah.
but you have to keep adding to that fire you cannot wait till the fire goes all the way to the bottom and say यार आजकल पता है मार्केट में अच्छे माचिस मिलने बंद हो गए
Yeah.
वो माचिस आपकी रिलेशनशिप है शुरुआत में it's just a matchstick it is very fragile the relationship at the beginning is mostly predicated on sexual attraction excitement of looking
Yeah.
good on camera अच्छा खाएंगे अच्छा पहनेंगे घूमेंगे गोवा जाएंगे गोवा नहीं तो कम से
Yeah.
कम अखबार का बजट तो है are you understanding but as the
Yeah. Yeah.
relationship grows that matchstick's fire reaches the bottom and then you need to
Bottom.
add more things to it you need to add planning for your financial future to it एक log of wood add हो गया you need to plan how you accept her family get along with her brothers or sisters that log gets added how you
Mm-hmm.
all go home looking for a home and you all debate about the color of the curtains in the living room कि इस घर
Mm-hmm.
में टीवी बेडरूम में होगा कि सिर्फ लिविंग रूम में होगा कितने इंचेस का टीवी होगा टीवी 1.5 लाख का लेना है कि 40,000 का लेना है गाड़ी को एक्सटेंडेड इंश्योरेंस करवाना है कि नहीं करवाना है डू वी वांट टू बाय अ हैचबैक और ब्लडी एसयूवी घर में
Mm-hmm.
कुत्ता या बिल्ली रखेंगे कि पेट के साथ एलर्जी है तो दिस इज व्हाट द रिलेशनशिप बिकम्स प्यार में
हाँ.
लॉजिस्टिक्स आ जाता है तो वो
Yeah.
लॉजिस्टिक्स के फेज में अक्सर लोग वो सोचने लगते हैं
Fizzle out हो जाते हैं.
पुराने दिन में कितना मजा आता था पुराने दिन
हाँ.
you're not understanding that as we said earlier those of y'all who have not heard I'll repeat that point the relationship is evolving just like you're evolving Just the way I'm a 34-year-old man, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
behaving like how I would behave when I was 25, how I
Yeah.
spoke when I was 25, how I dressed. I used to have earrings. Some of my old friends
I
used
saw
to say,
that.
"दो
I
बालियां."
saw that.
फोटो में अभी भी है. But I wore earrings for
Hey.
12 years. 12 years I wore earrings. One day I realized कि जचता नहीं है छोटे बालों पे. When I had long hair, it went with that whole
Yeah.
hippie vibe I carried. But that was because I was a media professional. After some
You were
point,
looking like you were looking like Kunal Khemu. In one of his movies, he had the same look of yours.
एक जमाने में
लंबे बाल.
उसकी भी.
Yeah.
See, I'll talk about evolution. We're talking about evolution as a concept. Originally, पता है
Mm-hmm.
मैं क्यों लंबे बाल रखता था? I've never said this on Insta-Live before. Originally, मैं लंबे बाल रखता था क्योंकि I wanted people to take me seriously at the ad agency I used to work at. क्योंकि मेरे को
Okay.
बच्चू बोलते थे. Now I have apparently people tell me I have a very deep and commanding voice. Now imagine the
Mm-hmm.
voice is the same, but I'm a lot skinnier. I have no mooch and dadi, and I look like a baby. But this voice comes out. Hi, I'm Aman. They're like, what the hell? इसकी कोई डबिंग कर रहा है? So I said, यार अगर मैं बाल लंबे करूंगा, मेरी उम्र ज्यादा दिखेगी, मुझे लोग सीरियसली ले लेंगे कि यार इसको कुछ आता है, कि इसको हायर करके हमने कोई गलती नहीं की. So that was my practical decision. मुझे लगता था फैशन का फैशन हो गया और सीरियसनेस का सीरियसनेस हो गया कि I look like I'm
Seriousness
part
आ
of the
गया.
agency. But
Yeah.
that was the logic of a 19-year-old which continued for too long.
Yeah.
So I changed my hairstyle sometime 7 years ago and I realized कि यार जैसे मैं अपने बालों को बदलता हूँ, is it not possible कि मैं अपने attitudes भी बदलूं? Is it not possible? So things like homophobia, things like misogyny, these are attitudes. These are choices you have
Yeah.
made. ऐसा है
Yeah.
अभिषेक कि आपकी जो पर्सनालिटी है वो आपको विरासत में नहीं मिली है. विरासत में घर मिलता है, जमीन मिलती है, गांव में. विरासत में पर्सनालिटी एक हद तक होती है, लेकिन विरासत में आपको सिर्फ गोल्ड मिलेगा, अपनी मम्मी का ज्वेलरी मिलेगा. एटीट्यूड्स को आपको बिल्ड करने हैं घर की तरह.
True.
वो घर है
True.
आपका. आपके एटीट्यूड्स आपका साइकोलॉजिकल घर है जहां आप लौटते हैं. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Your attitudes are a psychological blueprint that you create. No one puts a gun to your head and asks you to overwork yourself. No one puts a gun to your head and asks you to be obtuse and close to other people's opinions. ये कोई नहीं बोलता आपको, ये आपने खुद को बोला. Are you understanding? So it's very
Yeah.
important for you to, as I said, it's like a toll naka. The car stops, they look at your plate, they'll write down, give you some parchi, you pay some nominal naka fee. अब तो थोड़ा मुश्किल हो गया. Same way, you have to create these psychological toll nakas in your brain, in your life, in your thinking. Because जैसे आप पहले थे वैसे आप आज नहीं हो. और अगर
नहीं रह
आज भी
सकते.
वैसे हो तो इसका मतलब है
तो
आप
फिर
evolve
कुछ
हुए, आप
कुछ
evolve हुए.
आप evolve नहीं. Then there's an important question from Rupa.
Yeah.
Hi Rupa, first of all. Hello sir, what to do when a single person breaks the trust again and again?
A single
So
person
what do you have to
breaks
say?
trust. So no, I'm trying to understand what this means. A single person breaks the trust means one person has broken the trust, or the person who has broken the trust is not in a relationship.
I think ये relationship का ही सवाल लग रहा है मुझे तो.
No one can break a trust. Trust is not an object that you drop on the ground and it breaks. Someone can cheat you, but the choice you made to trust the person was again a choice that you made. So no one really breaks our trust. They fulfill their agendas, which may fly in the opposite direction of your agenda. And that is selfish sometimes. We're not denying that. People do selfish things. People are mean. Sometimes people can be short-sighted. Sometimes they can be extremely cruel as well. But this is the world we live in. It's never been a pretty picture, yeah. I always
Never,
say,
never, never.
जो भी लोग बोलते हैं कि अच्छे लोगों के साथ अच्छा होता है, सबसे बड़ा
ऐसा
झूठ
नहीं है.
सबसे बड़ा
ऐसा
झूठ
नहीं
होता
होता.
है दोस्तों. It's a lie.
I agree.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's an absolute freaking lie. Do you know what I mean? समझदार अगर आप हो तो चांसेस हैं कि आपके साथ अच्छा होगा, गारंटी नहीं है.
गारंटी कोई चीज की नहीं है. लाइफ इज नॉट अबाउट गारंटी.
There's no guarantee in life. तो अगर आपका ट्रस्ट कोई ब्रेक करता है, if someone's breaking your trust, you need to redefine what your criteria is before you start trusting someone, so that you're able to make a more accurate judgment call. Having said that, yes, you may have made a very accurate judgment call and they still break your trust. You feel they broke your trust. But actually what they did was not, they didn't do it to break your trust. They did it because what they wanted was at a divergent path from what you wanted. For example,
Mm-hmm.
boy cheats on his girlfriend. She says, this asshole broke my trust. Maybe he cheated on you because he doesn't either find you attractive anymore. Maybe there's a personality trait of yours he gets annoyed with and he doesn't know how to talk about it with you. Maybe he found another girl who lives closer to his house or goes to his university. Or maybe he finds her prettier. Or maybe they have good compatibility. Or maybe they have more common friends. Or maybe they go to the same parties. Or maybe they like the same music. So what you are
Mm-hmm.
saying is that he broke my trust by going with this other woman because you expected him to marry you, but he said, "Yeah, I was with her because matlab aur koi mili nahi thi and I was enjoying." Is a
Mm-hmm.
possibility. So he found someone else who matched his own vision for himself. Therefore,
Yeah.
your trust got broken as a result of
Broken.
him going on his own path. Which is why in
True.
relationships, it's not about just following your own path. It's about running parallel to each other. There's a difference between running into each other, running away from each other, and running parallel. आप अपने रास्ते पे हो, वो अपने रास्ते पे। एक
Mm-hmm.
रिस्पेक्ट ये
Absolutely.
दो रास्ते ये दो रास्ते शायद मिले नहीं लेकिन हमेशा साथ होंगे.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely. Bang on. I think it was a nice analysis of what we had about mental health and relationships, जो भी problems everyone is facing, and I think we can, find a solution on a lighter note as well. We don't have to go thick and fast every time to, find solutions. Solutions
जांच
can
करिए
be,
जांच करिए करमचंद बनिए शर्लॉक होम्स बनिए कभी कभी आपको वहम होता है कि आपके साथ धोखा हो रहा है एक्चुअली ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ये सिर्फ
होता
आपके
नहीं है.
एटीट्यूड्स हैं आपके बायसेस हैं आपका डर है और आपका जनरल ओपिनियन है सम women may have general opinion कि all men are bastards or men will have general opinion कि women are
Yeah.
naggy तो ये आपका जो एक जेंडर के खिलाफ बायस तैयार हो गया है that might also be rendering your perception of a problem or your perception that my trust is being broken.
Yeah.
For example, the same example of the Shuruat. He goes for his run at 7 o'clock. She says, I'm missing you, I want to talk to you. He says, I can't very run and talk to you at the same time. You talk to me later at night, yeah. अभी तो मुझे run करना है, I need to exercise. She says, he broke my trust. When he asked me out, he promised me he would always be there for me, but now this is not there for me, so he broke my trust. Did he
Yeah.
really? Did he really? Or
No.
she'll say,
No.
अच्छा मुझे पता है ये सिर्फ run बोलता है. He's now become मैं इसके Instagram पे देख रही हूँ. There's this girl who he meets and she goes to the same tuition classes as him and she's quite pretty and she has light eyes. उसी के चक्कर में जाता होगा उसके साथ. CCD पे देखता हूँ. He broke my trust. And the poor guy may be actually running on the street. Abhishek,
Yeah.
आपका
Yeah.
शक और सच्चाई ये दो अलग चीजें हैं.
Mm-hmm.
जो ये याद रखिए.
आई थिंक बहुत ही एक इंटरेस्टिंग टेक था बहुत ही एंटरटेनिंग सेशन रहा आई एंजॉयड इट अ लॉट एंड देयर वर लॉट ऑफ पीपल who enjoyed jaya thanks for joining in sunny malani thanks for joining in
He's also my
sahib
friend. Yeah.
sarkar thanks for joining in oh yeah you're most of your friend and I am very happy that they join every time when you do a live session
I hope none
abhishek
of my
pawar
enemies have
has
joined. I'm just kidding.
so, yeah
दुश्मनों
mr time yeah Mr. Time has or these over. Now Z Wadiwala has another question. Sir, there are also circumstances when you get betrayal, you started judging yourself, telling yourself that it's all my mistake. How to stop that? Even if someone is wrong, there will be an inner voice. It's me.
See, there are two things. One is self-blame. The second is self-investigation.
Mm-hmm.
समझ रहे हो? Self-blame में आप अपने आप को blame करते हो. Straightforward. It's my fault. I couldn't give this relationship what it deserved. I was not interesting. I was not good looking. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have a stable job. I didn't have blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? So that is blaming yourself. Self-investigation is when you look at yourself and say, यार समझ में नहीं आ रहा है लेकिन कुछ तो कमी अगर मेरे से रह गई है तो आई नीड टू ब्लडी फिगर इट आउट ताकि आई डोंट टेक दैट बैगेज टू माय नेक्स्ट रिलेशनशिप सो आई डोंट
Mm-hmm.
take those bad habits with me as I transcend this sort of unfortunate accident. accident of time and fate or whatever, that I thought the relationship would work out, but no, it's not working out. So the idea is, in order to transcend your own mistakes, self-introspection, self-investigation is extremely important. So that voice you're talking about, that voice everyone has, oh shit, it must have been me, oh shit, I did it. Don't forget, when we are very young, Abhishek, when we are very, very young, if we make a mistake, the adults around us, most of the time, whether they are our extended family or our school teachers, they will put labels on us. You're a naughty boy,
Yep.
you're a disobedient girl, you're a smelly boy, you're insensitive, or you are indisciplined. A very nice one. Teachers saying you're so indisciplined. Or हमारे time में बोलते थे, you are a hooligan. Hooligan बोलते थे. हमारे time में बोलते
Yeah,
थे.
yeah.
Teachers,
Remember.
I've never
Still
heard the word
remember.
hooligan being used anywhere else except in a bloody classroom here.
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Yeah.
Is this a Machi Bazaar? My English teacher used to say, is this Machi Bazaar? And I never understood that till I actually went to a Machi Bazaar. I said, ye kya baat hui? I like fish, yeah. So you see, I really do like fish.
Yeah.
So you see,
Yeah.
labels आप पे समाज डालती है. तो आपको एक आदत हो गई है कि जब तक मुझ पे लेबल नहीं है, तब तक मैं शायद जिंदा ही नहीं. तब तक मैं I'm not
नहीं
me
रह सकता.
unless I am. I'm not me unless I am all these 10 labels. I'll give you a really interesting anecdote for this. We had a teacher who taught us cinema, Abhishek, and he teaches us a subject called appreciating cinema. His name was Samar sir. So he was a bit crazy. मतलब he was very dynamic. चप्पल निकाल के क्लास में घुस जाते थे. He used to talk like this, एकदम हाथ हिला के. So once we asked him, तब जब we met निकली थी. He said, sir, ये बताइए आपको ये जब we met movie बहुत लोग बात कर रहे हैं, कैसी लगी? He looked and he said, natural acting. क्या natural acting? करीना कपूर ने. Lovely movie. So lovely. So nice. दूसरे दिन, again we had his lecture. Another student went, somehow asked him the same question. कि सर आपको जब भी मैं मूवी कैसी लगी? He said, एकदम बकवास. रद्दी.
क्यों?
रद्दी. Stupid movie. Acting. इसको acting बोलते हो? चिल्ला रही है आधे पिक्चर में वो तो. इसको नहीं acting बोलते. I'll show you what real life. So हम लोग सोचते हैं सर या तो पागल है या तो फिरकी ले रहे हैं. I had the courage. I said, sir, कल आपने बोला natural acting, आज आप बोल रहे हो भद्दी है. He said, बेटा इधर आ. He said, चाय पीते हैं. चाय पे मेरे को. I was like, sir, मेरे को चाय पे. So nice. I said, sir, ठीक है, मतलब we are having tea. ये क्या बात हुई? He said, बेटा जो मैं कल था वो मैं आज नहीं. I thought about
तो इतना
and I changed my opinion. ऐसा तो कोई रूल नहीं है कि जो मैं कल सोच रहा था मैं आज भी सोचूं. कहाँ लिखा है? लिखा है तो दिखाओ. I'm not who I was yesterday. So don't hold me to my opinion. My opinions are dynamic. And a good filmmaker or a good, I would not replace the word filmmaker with a good, smart individual, not good or bad, but a smart individual is very fluid with his opinions of himself, of the world. क्योंकि आप बह रहे हो. आप बह रहे हो वक्त के साथ, knowledge के साथ. This sounds a little philosophical. कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं क्या बह रहे हो, क्या ज्ञान है यार. पता है चिकन नहीं मिल रहा है मोहल्ले में 2 महीने से. बह रहे हो मीन्स आप अडेप्ट हो रहे हो. समझ रहे हो?
अडेप्ट हो रहे हो.
नहीं है, प्रैक्टिकल बात है. Be fluid, be adaptive. Because if you are not, then you are the one who's going to lose out. और किसी की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होने वाली, आपको प्रॉब्लम होने वाली है. So you better adapt, you better evolve, you better understand that आपकी कन्वीनियंस के लिए दुनिया नहीं बनी है. आप कल रोड एक्सीडेंट में भी मर सकते हो. दुनिया वैसी की वैसी रहेगी. 4 दिन लोग शोक मनाएंगे और 5वें दिन चाइनीज ऑर्डर करेंगे घर पे चाउमीन.
Yeah. I think
That's life.
abhi aajkal it's very simple, you know, it's like we are living in a world which you can't say it is insensitive, but it has its own pace and it will run on its own pace.
It
वो
run
रुकने
on
नहीं
its own
वाला है.
pace. It will run with its own rules. Insensitive नहीं बोलेंगे. We use the word self-absorbed.
Self-absorbed.
आप अपने दायरे में हीरो, लेकिन शायद किसी और के दायरे में अगर वो देखें लाइफ को तो वो खुद को हीरो समझते हो. They may see themselves as the main character, the main protagonist of their story, and you are just a small guest appearance, right?
Yeah. Cameo.
You're a small cameo, like Shah Rukh Khan in Hey Baby,
Yeah.
just there for that song.
Yeah.
किसी को याद नहीं है.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Quite a lot of people have joined. It's an interesting session going on. मैं खुद बहुत enjoy कर रहा हूँ. That
Oh yeah.
funny incidents Mr. Aman is sharing, and I would say doctor, not Mr. But
Yes.
काफी मजा आ रहा है लोगों को. And it's like I've not seen a coolest psychotherapist like you.
बाप रे.
When people associated with psychiatry or psychotherapist, they say अरे यार बोरिंग बंदा होगा, कोई घिसी पिटी बातें करेगा रिलेशनशिप के बारे में, मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में. But you are giving a personal account of yourself.
That's right.
It is truly very intriguing. For me, it's I've come across a lot of people, but as cool as you on camera, it's my pleasure to have you on the show.
Abhishek, you're too kind यार. But Abhishek ऐसा है, इतना भी मेरे को मत चढ़ाओ. But the point is, I wasn't a psychotherapist from the start. I worked in advertising and TV, so maybe
Advertising, yeah.
flamboyance आ जाता है हल्का सा. But that's who I am.
नहीं होना चाहिए life में.
Even if I was always doing psychotherapy, it's who I am. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy.
Yeah.
मैं खुद इतना enjoy करता हूँ कि I try to transmit a little bit of that. Some people like it,
I think
don't like it. Like I can't talk about
No.
these things. एक जो एक साइकोथेरेपी और साइकाइट्री की दुनिया में कुछ बहुत घिसे पिटे, your positivity from inside will radiate towards your outside and the universe will find a way to and conspire to give you everything you've dreamed of because you're fabulous. And I'm like, यार पानी पिलाओ यार, इनको भी हमको भी. ये कौन सा लॉजिक हुआ? What the hell is this?
I think मैंने एक अक्षय कुमार की मूवी देखी थी, आप सबने देखी होगी, भूल भुलैया. He was the coolest psychiatrist in that. So you belong to that. I can closely resemble to that character.
थोड़ा पेट बाहर निकल रहा है. I need to lose some weight.
नहीं, but that is. I'm talking about the trait. I'm talking about the characteristics. I'm not talking about fitness. Fitness तो आप fit तो आप हो ही जाओगे. Fit तो you look fit. वो तो हो ही जाएगा. That is.
Abhishek, a lot of depression is caused also by a lack of warmth and a lack of fun. We have John Attila, who's a dear friend of mine, joining all the way from York.
Okay.
So we're going to have to stick to the Queens. How are you, John? So really nice of you to join. So you see, like John reminds me of something. The first time I ever went alone for a holiday was in Cambodia, where I met Jonathan, and he has a twin brother who looks exactly like him, the Starling twins, as I call them.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized something about the fact that I was, at 27, I was the oldest person on that bus. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because all of them were 19, 22-year-olds. They were busy traveling the world and taking 4-5 months out from their lives. What are our Indian counterparts doing at the age of 20, 21? They're trying to crack.
They're buried in their books. Their head is buried in their books.
Buried in their books,
That's what
trying to crack competitive exams, trying to satisfy their parents. Yeah. Right? John, you remember that trip? All right. Sihanoukville, the boat ride. I hope he's still here. So give me a thumbs up if you're listening, John. So here's the thing. Life doesn't wait around for you to warm up before you're ready to live and really experiment. So don't ever lose that spirit of curiosity, that spirit of excitement. Don't lose that. It's a very precious thing, Everyone will try to kick you with their boot heels if you're too happy or you're too talkative. I was like this when I was a kid also. A lot of my teachers said he's distractible, he's talkative, he talks too fast, he's always happy, he's always playing pranks, he's always talking about movies. So I made it work. I made it. I am having 2 very successful careers, one in media and one here. So I
Great.
live based on your rules. So
of course,
the rules for your relationships have to be set by you and your spouse. You cannot expect them to be mind readers even if you're married for 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, innocent until proven guilty. Don't speak to your spouse or to your friend or to your partner as if they have definitely had some foul play, definitely engaged in some foul play, sort of subdue you or, sort of give you a hard time. Because people don't really have that kind of energy to dispense, really. I mean, nowadays, apart from the odd WhatsApp debate about the coronavirus or about tumko ye picture kaisi achhi lagi, wahan to face ki. So, these are trivial things. These are transient things. What stays permanently, Abhishek, is your truth and your understanding that truth will change. Like Samar sir, he said, "Bhai, kal jo mujhe theek laga, wo aaj mujhe galat lag raha hai." So he said, this is a lesson for you. And it stayed with me. I'm quoting it almost 2007. मैंने ये बात सुनी थी. I'm quoting it in 2020 means how it must have
13
affected me.
years. Yeah.
I said, shit यार, हम लोग, people do this, Abhishek, people do this, they say, यार मेरी तो personality ही ऐसी है. I'm this kind of person. I'm like this only. But yaar, you are like this not because someone has a gun pointed at you. You are like this because you're choosing to be this way. You are like this because you don't know any other way. You have not traveled
Yeah.
enough, or you have not worked enough, or you have not met people from outside your community or your area or your socio-economic status or even your city. What are
Absolutely.
we one of the few countries where Indians who have grown up in a city like Mumbai, where people speak Hindi, they struggle with the language. Why? Doesn't it? The larger problem is we are not leaving our little ecosystems. A rich kid is typically surrounded by an ecosystem of his drama teacher, his piano teacher, his physician, his pediatrician, his psychotherapist. So he's surrounded by a team of experts. He's brought up almost as
In
if
a certain environment.
he's a homegrown plant. Everything is curated and manicured and sanitized for his approval, isn't it?
True.
So it's important for you to look at a wild flower. Really, I mean, I'm the last person to talk about flowers. But when I was in boarding school, we grew up on a hill, and there used to be these little flowers I used to see because I used to like to read horror books. So on my boarding school hill, we had another small hillock, छोटी सी hillock थी. तो वहाँ जाके मैं माहौल होता है ना थोड़ा, so I used to go in around 4:35 when the sun is not so harsh to go read horror books.
Harsh.
So I used to see these flowers and I used to be like, यार इनको कौन पानी देता है? बारिश तो हुई नहीं है. But look at them, they're there in the middle of all that random grass. पत्थर के बीच में से flower निकल रहा है. Why? Because they have found a way to exist despite the harsh surroundings.
True.
तो आप या तो वो छोटे बोगनविला हो जिसको पानी लगता है रोज, या तो वाइल्ड फ्लावर हो, नहीं तो ना पानी है ना प्यार
Absolutely.
है ना bloody growing. Yeah, I'll grow one way or the other. So be like that little wild flower. I can't believe I'm talking about flowers. Jesus, what would Deadpool think?
No, it's good that transition from a relationship point of view to flowers to horror
To a
books
botanist.
to a yeah. We have discovered so many things in this conversation.
Oh well.
कि इंसान के ये भी रूप होते हैं. It was a fun conversation, Dr. Aman. I don't have words. Very insightful and fun, which is I attribute fun a lot because life में अगर fun नहीं है then boring सी life है यार. भले कितना भी serious हो जाओ life में, fun element shouldn't go away from your life.
And it's your
Absolutely.
job to bring that element. Abhishek, a lot of people wait, I will have fun once I'm married, or I will have fun once I'm a millionaire, or I will have fun once I buy a nice, sleek SUV. So they wait for a certain deadline. And only after I reach that deadline can I have fun. But you don't realize that every day you're alive. हमारे college में एक लड़का था who one day went to sleep and died in his sleep, Abhishek. And no one knew what the hell happened. He was a healthy guy. No previous medical history, just died in his sleep. So every day we are alive, that itself is your greatest reminder to get up and have some fun, do things you like.
Of course.
ये नहीं कि I fun, Dr. Aman, पता है fun बोलते हो तो मैं अभी going to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the next 19 hours. No. I'm going to sit and watch The Good Wife or watch The Office. No, you have to create a balance. You have to create a structure.
Balance,
so you nourish that fun component, but you also nourish the more cognitive and more academic pursuits.
Of course. There has to be a balance with everyone. Acha, there are a lot of people who joined off late. Coach Rhea, hi coach. Good to see you. Hot Chandani, hi. Good to see you. Amant has said hi to you. As Birj Sharif. So people are joining in. And implement has been also we're getting is that Z Wadiwala is saying, seriously, sir, we are enjoying this session. Yeah, I'm also enjoying this session with Dr. Aman, and I hope we can collaborate more on such topics. So, Dr. Aman, before I let you go, I have 5 rapid fire questions. Can I just blast them off?
Coffee with Aman.
Coffee with Aman. Yeah. I think this is more entertaining than coffee with Karan, I would say. To be honest. So yeah. Achha, number 1, first question, which is your favorite all-time movie? I don't have options that you have to tell.
Okay,
All
my
time
favorite all-time movie is got to be The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie Ann
Keanu
Moss.
Reeves. Yeah.
It's a movie from 1999. It's a science fiction
Yeah.
movie, but it also raises many philosophical questions about the nature of life, the nature of purpose, the nature of what a hero does, and what a
Mm.
journey your journey is. So that movie really made me say, "Salah." My two favorite things: psychology and science fiction fused together.
Science
So I
fiction.
love that movie. Those of y'all who are slightly younger and have not seen The Matrix, it is on Netflix. Okay.
Great. The second one. Who is your favorite style icon
बाप रे
in the
स्टाइल आइकॉन
industry?
आज की तारीख में तो मोदी जी बोलना पड़ेगा नहीं नहीं इट्स नॉट दैट
Modi
नो
ji.
नहीं I'd be very honest with you I when I was in college and John Abraham had just उसकी नई मूवी निकली थी धूम I always thought he was a
Doom.
very well dressed man always like even in his interviews he's not very ostentatious he'll wear very simple clothes like nice crisp
Simple
shirt
clothes.
but that's also because the man is really well built and he really works out and he's very disciplined I always like really looked up to because I was a kid yeah, and I saw John as like a really good looking man, but also if you see his interviews, he's very sensible also. The kind of
He's sensible.
movies he produces, like Vicky Donor, etc.,
We
Madras
can know
Cafe,
that.
he's a very sensible man.
Yeah. Yep. So John Abraham. Now the third one is, which is your favorite travel destination?
Oh wow! I think it's got to be Japan. I can't get enough
Japan.
of that country. I've been there twice. Whether it's their
Mm-hmm.
food or whether बड़े तमीज वाले लोग हैं वहाँ पे like strangers perfect strangers
Mm-hmm.
will be nice to you if you've lost बेचारों को English नहीं आती but they won't आपकी खातिरदारी में कोई कमी नहीं होगी now I'm a big bloke
Mm-hmm.
dude I'm not some really attractive woman who's traveling alone and I swear to you of the 11 nights I spent there I have my entire food and drink bill has been picked up by absolute strangers at least 6 times
Oh
just
God.
because they saw a brown-skinned, long-haired man who clearly doesn't look Japanese, and they spoke to me and I was nice to them, they just paid my bill and left. Thank you, nee. It has happened 6 times in 11 days. I'm not saying I didn't have the money. I'm happy to pay for my own bills, but why? Because खातिरदारी कि बंदा अच्छा लगा.
Katirari.
चल भाई, these two beers are on us. These bloody kebabs
Uh,
are on us. खातिरदारी, clean, technologically forward.
Forward.
Beautiful movies. क्या animation है यार. Watch all the Studio
Of
Ghibli
course.
movies on Netflix. Studio Ghibli,
Mm-hmm.
Ghibli on Netflix. So beautiful. So I would love to. मैं बस चले ना यार. I would go to Japan once a year. It's an expensive
Once
country, but
a
बना लेंगे पैसे बना लेंगे. ऐसी क्या बात है?
yeah.
बना
नहीं आप बना ही रहे हो पैसे. You
बना
might have
लेंगे.
so many HNI clients. So you might
चलता
be
है.
making
बना
them.
लेंगे.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
movie's name is
So
The Matrix. Z
The
Wadiwala. The
Matrix.
Matrix. Yeah. Na?
The Matrix. Yeah.
Mm.
So the fourth one. What is that one dress or one wardrobe which you can wear till the end of your life?
Dress or wardrobe मतलब ये कहाँ का मतलब like you mean like at home or outside?
Anywhere where you can wear it very easily, and that can be a style quotient also.
I have these printed shorts which look very obnoxious, but they have like one of them has the Batman logo, one of them has the
Oh God.
Ghostbuster logo. So I'm a big pop culture nerd. Let me show you. I'm never too far away from Batman. I'm always physically
Yeah.
located to some form of Batman. I love this shit. All right.
Mhm.
So I have my
Yeah.
Batman and my Deadpool. So
Mhm.
I have these shorts which are so comfortable. Once I went to O
Yeah.
Pedro in BKC with I don't know if
Mhm.
Anandita is still here, and she's like, "You're gonna be wearing those shorts and going out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in pants and shirts when I see my clients. Now I'm gonna wear my kachas and chappals and go out because hey man, it's about comfort, and I'm gonna be
It's
eating
about
some
comfort.
sandwich. Yeah, so wear what
Yeah.
see wear what's comfortable, wear what makes you feel happy. Baki sab, obviously dress for the occasion. Don't wear a kacha in front
Mhm.
of your clients. Uh, keep a balance and keep some perspective about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Nice one. The fifth one. Okay. Now this is for me. It's good. It would be nicer to know. Uh, any one fellow colleague you miss working with?
Oh dear. I really miss my one of my closest friends in Singapore. He's a
Mhm.
guy. His name is Jimmy Lee. हीरा आदमी है
Mhm.
यार क्या बताऊं one of the nicest people I've ever worked with and he has given up Saturdays and Sundays to help me with special projects and His wife has been
Mm-hmm.
incredibly tolerant of my presence in their house. A very sweet Chinese couple from Singapore. And
Mm-hmm.
once or twice he's even come to pick me up at the airport when I came back from India. And he had a car because Singapore cars are expensive. But if you're born in
Expensive,
Singapore,
yeah.
obviously you can buy one because you don't have to pay as much of a stamp duty, etc. Whatever.
Mm.
They have their
Yeah.
rules, different for citizens,
Mm-hmm.
different for foreign workers. So he used to
Mm-hmm.
pick me up, and what a great friend. And really, there's not a single day that goes by when I don't pray for his good health and success. Really, someone I really love, like a brother.
Great, great.
Maybe send this clip to
It's
him, and
nice, that
he'll get
it's nice
emotional.
that you respect your colleagues so much, and in this
बहुत
time,
प्यार
it's very important. So
देखो
it
आप
was a
कभी
nice
भी
session, Dr. Aman.
मैं
It was a
एक
nice
चीज
session.
बोलूं वन
Yeah,
लास्ट थिंग
yeah,
अभिषेक आप
yeah,
किसी
yeah.
भी मुकाम पे अगर पहुंचते हो
Mm-hmm.
तो आप कभी अकेले नहीं पहुंचते you don't rise to the successes or you
Yeah,
don't fall to the gallows without the involvement of someone else तो
someone
आपका
else.
जो नसीब आपको कहना है कि आपको आपकी जो जर्नी है लाइफ की इसमें बहुत लोगों का आपको सपोर्ट भी मिलेगा और बहुत लोग आपको डिस्ट्रैक्ट भी करेंगे फर्क आपको सिर्फ ये निकालना है who are the distractions and who are the collaborators who will help me rise up to the best of my potential तो वो परख वो recognition वो बहुत जरूरी है
True, true, absolutely true. So these were the last final statements by ace celebrity psychotherapist Dr. Aman. It was
एक
pleasure having
celebrity मत
you.
बोलो यार I just do my job. I'm here to help, here to add some
No,
fun
no,
there.
it
I
was.
haven't left my building complex since the 17th of March.
Oh
I have
God.
not met any friends, but if I can add a little bit of sparkle and joy to your life, I can't believe I said sparkle, but whatever, I hope I've done my job. All right,
Yeah. You have truly added spice to this conversation, to this session.
spice,
So thanks for
spice is
that.
better than sparkle.
Spice. Yeah, spice. So thank you, Dr. Aman, for that. And we'll see you again.
All right,
So bye, guys. Have fun. Have a great Saturday. Bye.
take care. Ta-ta.